Good morning, chicken bakken. Good morning, Yankee. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? We'll get you some food. Tiger, are you here to eat too? Huh? What's the matter, dog? Hey, Tiger. Oh, hey, Juno. Hey, buddy. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Quarter Mile Farm. It has been a while since my last update. Life has just been really crazy. We were going through a really big decision-making time for our family. And so I wasn't really into making videos, and we didn't even know if we were going to be putting in a garden or planting anything this year. So I thought I'd do a little update around the farm for you guys. There's so much to show you on the farm, just so much happening. And one of the things that's happened is here in the chicken coop, some of the chicks that we hatched on the farm last year, about half of them ended up being roosters. And so we had 12 or 13 roosters besides the 3 that I have in here and my lavender Orpington. So I ended up finding someone who wanted them, and he came and bought all my roosters along with some of the laying hens as well. So we ended up being down a few hens, but I bought these really pretty white hens. I think they're pearl onyx. I think they're a mix between a couple other types of chickens because I couldn't find anything about them online, but I really like them. They're docile, they're big, they're kind of like buff Orpington in size, I'd say, and just really sweet, docile chickens. They're not really friendly with me. I didn't like try to make friends with them so that they would come running to me or anything. So they are skittish and they run away from me, but you know, I don't really care about that. But I just love, they're really good foragers too. They're like always out trying to get the plants around the fence line and whatnot, much more so than these other the barnyard mix that I have here. So those were some huge changes here on the farm to get rid of. You can't imagine, well, some of you might be able to, how loud the barnyard can be when you have about 15 roosters in total. It was pretty loud. And it was amazing the day after we sold them, how quiet the barnyard was without all those roosters. Something else that's going on right now, I'll take you inside and show you. Firstly, here's Lord Featherington and his ladies, Cecile, Fanny, and Abigail. Hello. I need to get them their food yet. I do not like Lord Featherington. He's a bit of an aggressive rooster. But I do like my labbies. They're quite pretty. Inside the coop here, I have my ever-trusty buff Orpington who has gone broody. And it's about time for chicks to hatch. And I actually did find a hatched out egg last night with a mostly ready chick, but it did not make it, so I had to dispose of it. But I haven't seen any more come out of her, and it's high time for some. I checked some of the eggs last night and they are forming inside, viable inside. So we'll see if any more. I don't hear any peeping right now or anything. So I don't know if we're gonna get I don't know how many we're gonna get from her. Her. But this little girl who keeps trying every year to be a mama, and I always get frustrated with her because she never sits on her nest. She's actually doing pretty good this time. When she first started being broody though, the Buff Orpington had been nesting down there, and when she got up to get some food, this girl took over her nest, and so the Buff had to take over that nest over there. So anyway, we'll see. I don't know how many eggs she has under her. I don't think it's very many, but we'll see if she actually comes through for us this year. And then way back in this corner, we have a third broody hen, and she has been steadfast and sitting there. She's, I think, a lavender Americana. She's got lavender tips on her feathers. Really pretty. Anyway, I think she's gonna do a good job sitting on her eggs. Again, I don't know how many eggs are under her. Hey, lovies, ready for some food? Here we go. So there's a lot to do on the farm yet this spring, so much more to do. And one thing is the rhubarb is ready, and I have an order for 20 pounds, so I need to go harvest some right now. This is a local lady. She makes pies to sell at the farmers markets, and she really likes my rhubarb. So I'm gonna go pick some and take it to her. This rhubarb plant down here is one that I planted when we first moved in here. We were going to have a blueberry patch down here. I don't know if you can tell in the background here, there's no blueberries down here. This was not a good place to put the blueberries. It was too far away from us to keep an eye on them, see how they were doing, and too far for us really to water. And even though this valley has a nice high water table, it was not good enough to keep the blueberries watered without us having to water them, so it was just not a good location for them. Many of them ended up, well, they got choked out by weeds because I think it was last year we kind of let the place go wild. I mean, gas prices were so high, it was hard to, you spend $25 a week just to mow your pasture. That was way too expensive. So we just kind of let it go wild, and it kind of choked out some of the blueberries. We did end up saving about 7 of them out of the almost 30 that we planted. So yeah, that was a mistake. Learn from our mistakes. We now have blueberries up there, which I will be showing you guys later. But this rhubarb plant has done amazing down here. This was nice and big long before the other 4 plants that I have up in my no-till garden area. Long before they were, they were quite small still, and this one was nice and big. So I think the rest of the rhubarb plants that I started from seed in the greenhouse, I'm gonna bring them down here and just kind of plant them in this area, since this seems to be a really good rhubarb area. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this plant now, and then we'll go up and harvest the rest. There's a lot of pricklies down here. What happens when you let a place go wild, right? You gotta reclaim it. This rhubarb plant doesn't seem to be doing so well this year. I might harvest some from it, but it's got some of the same leaf issues that one of my other ones had last year. So rhubarb rust or leaf rust or something like that, I think is what's going on here. So I'll need to come in here and clean this plant up a little bit. Maybe not harvest so much from it this year. This rhubarb plant was the one that got the rust last year, and it's actually a lot smaller. And there were some parts that were living just off over here. I took those and planted them elsewhere on the farm, but I'm not sure they survived. But anyway, it's still alive, doing much better this year. I'll harvest maybe a few stems from it, but it needs to regain that energy. It used to be as big as that one there. But yeah, it just got decimated last year. It was not a good rhubarb year last year. I was hearing about other rhubarb farmers having problems too. So grateful to have this grape arbor here. We built this last summer and it's really nice. We put this bench in here that we got. Still need to like stain it and fix it up and stuff, but I finally just dragged it over into here because who knows when it's gonna be till we get that done. And I wanted to enjoy my grape arbor. So there's like a ton of grapes on this grapevine this year. It's the first year it's really done much of anything. I think I found 1 or 2 clumps of grapes last year. But I'm just really loving this. It's like a nice cool place to sit out of the sun. So I finish off these rhubarb stems, cleaning them up. This, I don't know what type of rhubarb this is. I'm not the one that planted it here. But I really like it because it stays red. Even like in some of it, the stem, the flesh inside is red. And the gal that that buys from me to make the pies, she really likes my rhubarb because it keeps its color. So she keeps coming back to me, and I like that. And I'm gonna definitely be finding more red rhubarb plants, splitting these up. I have like this one over here is also the red stems, so I'll probably be dividing those up and planting them around the farm so that I have lots of the red rhubarb. That feels spongy, not a good stem. Ah, the arbor is just amazing. Feel a cool breeze, but I don't have the hot sun beating down on me. Looks like we might have thunderclouds rolling through today. I see some possible rain falling down on the mountains over here. I sure hope we get some of that rain. We had a good rainfall, I guess, a few nights ago. But I really love rain, and I could really use just a good rainstorm coming through. Okay, let us go weigh these, see how many pounds I have. If I have 20 pounds, then I'll go deliver it. If I need a few more pounds, I'll come back out. I have a few I can pick off of that one, and then I'll pick a few off of that other one that's not doing so well this year. And see how much I need to fill after weighing all of these.